Yes, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching from. Welcome back to the Izekson Hamidu YouTube Sports channel, where I kindly welcome back from the entire sports events that take place. Currently, the leagues are not going anymore, but we have the World Cup qualifiers on African land, on European land, on Asian continent, on the CONCACAF, South America, and the entire globe at all. Today, I would just like to focus about the qualifications for the AFCON qualifiers 2024, where Uganda, where I come from, failed to qualify for the AFCON 2024, despite the fact that it won 2-0 yesterday under the hands of Niger. It beat Niger 2-0, and Tanzania, that we are going head to head with, had to secure that second slot behind Algeria when they secured a nil-nil draw. So what are some of the talking points? What should Uganda do to make sure that it improves on its style of play or its expectation, so that we as sports encyclopedias, fans, and the nationals of the country can also feel the glory of the country we are living in, and the pleasure that it gives back to we, the fans, or what we expect them to do the next time. I think that will be one of my biggest hint for today. Ladies and gentlemen, it was yesterday that Uganda had to play Niger in the Stade Marrakesh Stadium in Morocco, where Niger hosted us. I remember Niger has insecurity issues, so that's the reason why they are not hosting matches in their home country. The same applies to Uganda. Not that we have insecurity issues, but we are not built a standard stadium where we could host our matches. That's the reason why we have also been hosting our matches in Morocco and Cameroon. So that's part of the key reasons why we underperformed this year upon qualifications. In the times that I've been in the sport or watching football or Uganda Cranes, I think this is the worst campaign Uganda has ever had during the qualifications. Despite the fact that previously there are some years when we are missing out, but getting 70 points in the entire qualification, I think this is one of the worst campaigns that we've just had. During the times of Lawrence Mulindwa, there are times when we missed out. We had 12 points, we had 13 points, but you could see the style of play. But this time, Uganda did not do anything towards this campaign. Those who watch me on TV, that is on Tag TV, Sports Roundabout, before the match, had predicted that after the absence of Emmanuel Oki, this one I think, these are some of the players who think that the national team is theirs. It couldn't be their problem, but amongst the officials in Fufa, I think these boys, there are something that they do to the officials to keep them playing football for the entire life until they are done. Despite the fact that we also produce good players in the league, the likes of Charles Barry, the likes of Alan Kayua, the likes of Roger Smarto on the striking line, there is no nation in the world where you see their striker or their target striker going 4 years without scoring a goal and remains being exemplary to the players. It was until yesterday when I talked about it on TV that it has been good luck. This Emmanuel Oki has gotten injury, so the players around him should uplift their levels of performance, so that to showcase the entire world that this Emmanuel Oki, who has been making us underperform, he got an injury and he missed the game. So despite the fact that Uganda yesterday, it was our best performance of the campaign so far, winning 2-0 under the stewardship of Micho. The first game we played against Niger, it was 1-1 at St. Mary's Stadium here in Uganda. And then the rest of the campaign, we have only managed 2 wins in the entire campaign. We lost against Tanzania our dearest neighbors, wish you success for your endeavors because you've impacted the match in this game. That's why you've managed to qualify. In football, doesn't lie. Always the better team, well placed, always performs to the better. So Tanzania has had a better campaign this season compared to the national team of Uganda, in that we are even the best ranked team in the CONCACAF or in the Central African Republic and the East African region. However, our performance have been really underlined this campaign. Only managing 2 wins, that's the win against Tanzania when Roger Smart scored in Dar es Salaam, and then this win where we won 2-0. It was our best performance. Big up to the boys who performed better yesterday, but we are tired of these issues that we always have to wait for calculations for the team to qualify. There are teams like Algeria who had qualified even 2 matches before the end of the campaign. So they were well placed and they had gathered more information. They had strategy and structures, but things like that are still lacking in the Uganda national team, where competent players are not given opportunity to play football to the likes of incompetent players who have a big name and they play professional football and they get more money outside there that they can even give officials of FUFA so that they are listed on the national team. Things like this will not help the game of football here to develop and blossom. So, me as the encyclopedia, the reason why Uganda failed out to qualify is not the performance of the boys, but if at all we have officials in FUFA, Federation of Uganda Football Association, who think the football is theirs, more so the president himself, when he invited back Micho the new coach of Uganda Cranes, after being sacked from different countries, that is Rwanda, had gotten a club in South Africa, but his style of play on the African continent is still backward. We no longer have coaches who are still defending for 0-0, aiming for 1 point earlier than the 3 point. Such styles of play will not help the team to qualify. So I expect that without the presence, if still Micho as the coach of Uganda is still on the national team, our performances as Uganda will still be null. I continue talking about this. The performances of the Uganda Cranes will not blossom, will not grow the heights if we still have coaches like Micho whose style of play, they are always thinking about defending, not attacking. Even yesterday, on the do or die game, at least there was some impact of football. However, also the defending or the defensive side was more highlighted than the attacking. Credit to the boys who did it. That is Aziz Kayondo, the defender, scored for us a goal. That was in the 17th minute. It was not intentional when he slotted in a cross. Later on, it just entered into the net. Then we had also another goal, 6 minutes to the end of half time. That is Joseph Ochaya, also scored another goal from after an effort from Vipers captain Milton Kalisa. That was good football for yesterday. However, we do not go through. When will we last have hopes like this? We are going through until the last time. That's why Uganda Cranes is failing to qualify. The president MAGOGO should quit the FUFA if he's not competent to drive or thrive Uganda any further than this. That's why I, His Excellency Amidu, the sports encyclopedia, who digs deep in the sporting events or how football is supposed to be played. There is no club, there is no country that its incense or its first priority in football is defending. You need to attack. Football has changed. People have to attack, have to create opportunities. It's on the Uganda team where you find the striker spending the whole 90 minutes without getting a clear chance. That means creativity in the midfield is lacking. We had gotten lucky when we had coaches like Sabri. He had changed or rejuvenated the style of play of football. Uganda started creating chances. Uganda started winning games like 3-0, 5-0, 5-2. Despite the fact that we are conceding, but at least the flourishing football, you could feel it on the pitch. So things like that should be rejuvenated back into the Uganda Cranes team. So if we still have Micho and FUFA President MAGOGO, I don't expect football to grow any further. Big up to the boys what you did yesterday. It was a good presentation. However, I cannot say luck, but it's management of the FUFA that let us down. Till yours, I'm Izekson Hamido, the Sports Encyclopedia. Goodbye for now.